What's going on, guys? How are we doing tonight?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing good. And hello to everybody watching on Facebook and YouTube. And now, as Fegley reminded me, because you're from California and you understand all these things, X. Live on X for all of us not from California, that's known as Twitter at AM Players Tour. We are live there as well tonight, so it'll be good. But you know, Jeff, are you excited to finally kick us all out of the beach and get a little peace and quiet for yourself?
No, I actually liked having y'all down here, but everybody needs a break every now and then.
That's right. Well, we Phil and I don't know what you did, Fegley, but Phil and I rolled home yesterday afternoon. I'll be honest, it's been a little bit of a long day today of just trying to get moving. It hasn't been very easy. I'm a little tired. So, but it is good to be live on Facebook tonight with everybody and see everybody after a fun and eventful North American Championship.
Absolutely. I'd say it was a hectic, a little stressful week. We had the lovely weather system of Ophelia give us a little bit of stress over the weekend, but nothing that caused us to cancel anything. Everybody got to play 54 holes. Mind you, it was a little wet, but everybody got their 54 holes in. And again, it was nice seeing everybody from around the country. Again, over 550 people to start the tournament. Just a great time seeing everybody and seeing a lot of good golf.
Yeah, absolutely. Some great rounds. I think about Dan Ayers 2 under on the back nine at TPC to come back in Division One was certainly special. A lot of great rounds. Will Houston had a great TPC to come from behind in Division 4 and hold on to National Player of the Year, mind you. And it was a lot of fun. Had a great call today with Matt Daly and the Founders Group. Just kind of recapping the tournament. They're excited to have us back with some new courses, by the way, in 2024. But it was a really fun time. And Fegley, we didn't have to DQ anyone. So Good job on all your hard work.
Thanks. I think the weather helped a little. No one's going too low in those conditions, but even so, the indexes held up pretty well. The scores were, kind of what you expect. Nothing that was too big of a runaway in any of the handicap flights. So yeah.
No,
appreciate everybody.
That was good, and nobody threw tomatoes at you. I even sat next to you during the Players Forum. I told Phil I'd take one for the team and sit next to you, and nobody hated you that much. So that was good. I was proud of you.
Hey, I was just happy. We it was like one of those where you get the guys that support. The majority of the questions of the Players Forum were actually the positives. We were expecting some potential contentious questions and never got them. So,
Yeah, no, it was good. And, just kind of recapping from the very start, registration night was phenomenal. Great tee gifts from Turtleson. Hope everybody also took advantage of their special 50% offer to our members. I'll tell you, Turtleson, far and away from the very beginning, has been an absolute fantastic partner for us. So we say special thanks to them. But they had some awesome shirts they were giving away. They brought all their best prints. And, of course, 2 under, Jack never disappoints. Even had something special for the ladies this time around, which was good. So, nobody was taking underwear back for their husband, so that was good. So that comment was for Samay. She's like, "Do I just need to get another pair for Michael?" And I'm like, "No, Samay, we got something for you. You don't have to share anything with him." So we're all good. Everybody got credit to the store. A lot of great gear from PRG. Do want to let you all know, I know there's a bunch of people who've been trying to get their hands on the new Bluetooth speaker with GPS. We had 24 show up at our office today. So those will be on the store soon if anybody's looking for that new hot product that's been sold out all across the country. But great tee gifts. PRG came in with something awesome for the head covers, the first 400 participants. And, Pac Golf came up with some really, really cool divot tools and ball markers as well, signifying the North American Championship. So it was a good time. And Jody, we raised a whole heap of money for Folds of Honor. I have not counted it yet. It did just arrive at my house at about 5 o'clock tonight, though. So we'll be going through. I did get a couple donations come through just straight to Folds to Venmo tonight. So we have all those accounted for. Now I just got to add up to see where the total is. But we know the total at the end of the day is going to be what?
I believe the technical term is a veritable crap ton.
Oh,
But it sounds something along the lines of $100,000 for Folds of Honor, which is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, really cool. Definitely my favorite part of the weekend. No offense to any of you guys that made like great comebacks on the back nine at TPC, anything like that. The best part of the night was Thursday night watching the generosity unfold right before our eyes. $100,000 makes a huge impact for Folds of Honor, and we're blessed and proud. I was actually able to talk a little bit with Sarah. We were emailing back and forth today, and they're just so extremely grateful for the generosity of our members, and we're excited to get started again in 2024, and we have big shoes to fill for next year.
Oh, no doubt. Look, this thing goes back starting the beginning of last season, and when we rolled out our partnership with Folds, and can't say enough about the membership and how everybody has bought in. Whether you're a veteran or not, just about every single member we have has some connection to the military, and either through their family, friends, or in their circle that they play with on a regular basis. And so, I don't know that either one of us really could have ever anticipated how successful this would be for ownership for us. And I'd say probably Folds would say the same thing. They were probably thinking, oh, okay, we'll see how these guys do, and it'll be great and nice, and maybe we'll get a little bit of money out of it. But they were absolutely blown away. Like you said, Sarah was just ecstatic and texting away as soon as we rolled out the number and what it was that was going to happen. She couldn't wait to tell everybody back in the main office what was happening.
Yeah, definitely, and something to build on. And the thing that I want to bring up, I spent most of Wednesday going through and running our numbers, right? So we've been so busy in growing. We've sitting everything back and putting it in an account in QuickBooks, right? To then figure out, okay, where's it at? And so the cool thing about it, $100,000 seems like a massive number, but if you look at how we got there, it was $112 at a tournament and $84 at a tournament, just a bunch of different times. There's no real tournament that has a huge donation. It just was chipping away 150 at a time until all of a sudden, there's 20 scholarships that are going to be provided directly from the APT. And I do want to acknowledge as well, the new charity reviews came out today for Folds. 4 out of 4 stars for Charity Navigator. Over 90% of their funding goes directly to scholarships. These guys are the real deal, and we couldn't be more proud to be a part of such a great organization with such great people. So,
well, that's the thing. When you do a partnership like this, you're always taking a little bit of a risk for your brand, and I'm sure Folds thought the same thing when they first made the arrangement with us. Is let's hope this works out, but it could go sideways and look bad for us if they aren't who we think they are. And just at every single turn along the way, Folds has proven themselves to be every bit of the stand-up, honorable people that we thought they were. And again, as you say, this report comes out and further confirms what we already knew. And they're it's an outstanding organization started by an exceptional person with a great idea, but who has surrounded himself by additionally extraordinary people. It just makes it work over and over and over again.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been fun hanging out with them. We're already looking forward to 2024 and the PGA show. We'll be back twice as strong with the 100 holes. So Phil, it's going to happen again. You might have to carry me around the PGA show because walking around that thing 24 hours after 100 holes is not the most fun, but it's a great experience with those guys. It's a great experience for our members to be able to do something that has such an impact. And the thing that really hit me about those guys when we were hanging out, they invited us last year to stay at their house. We'd already rented stuff, so we didn't. But, going around and seeing how they all travel together, they're all packed in, roommates, cooking meals. They're not going out for, you're not seeing them out at Roost Chris and doing everything. Like, they're there because they believe in what they're doing, and they believe in the mission, and it's just really cool to see. And looking forward to 2024. We've got some exciting things in store with Folds, and it's a quick turn, but the first term in the 2024 season, Phil, is next Saturday, right?
2 weeks away.
October 7th. I just saw that. So
Yeah.
it's moving right along. So what are kind of some of your thoughts going in to the 2024 season? So I'll start with you, Phil, and then we'll go to Fegley and Helms. And
Sure. Again, just looking for, we had a great year last year, and my focus is, again, what can we do better? We got a lot of feedback from members at the championship and throughout the year. We've already been talking from a handicaps committee standpoint, structure standpoint, what we can do, how we can, again, implement some of these ideas that the members have brought to us. And then, I'll say, and continue to grow. We've already talked about some new chapters that's going to be coming on board this year. And from that standpoint, again, if we continue the same growth that we've had over the first 2 years, again, the sky's the limit. Looking back, made a couple changes this year, and again, all positive changes for us. And from that standpoint, I just see nothing but, the best for everybody going forward. We're just going to continue to get stronger. Again, continue to build our product and make it the best for all the golfers around the country.
So I'll just piggyback on the thing that Phil talked about. He touched on a little bit with the handicap side of things, and some of the things that we've experienced this year. Know that some of the players were, we had both promotions and some demotions that were touchy, as well as our competitive balance in our tournaments. Just taking everything that we learned this year, as basically I was able to step into that role a little bit with the other committee members, both from the player side and the chapter owner side, and looking forward to being able to grow on that for this year. That's the big thing from my aspect, and my view is just taking what we're learning, taking player feedback, and growing and changing and making the necessary changes to make things better for everyone involved. So that's it for me.
Well, I'll speak from a Myrtle Beach standpoint. I mean, it was a thrill to have that many golfers down here playing a lot of the courses that we play every day. I had numerous people come up to me and make comments, and it's like, this is what y'all play on week in and week out. I was like, yes, it is. Come on down anytime. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the start of the 24 season. Our first tournament's actually October the 21st, which is at Myrtle Beach National West, one of the courses that we played in the championship. And kind of like y'all, I mean, I've spent a lot of time on the phone today, fielding phone calls from members who had questions. A lot of them have good suggestions, and our slogan stands for itself, by the players, for the players. And it's kind of like we hear you, we're listening to you. And, anytime that anybody's got a suggestion, feel free to pick up the phone and give me a call. We always want to do better.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, tagging on what you said, Jeff, what my takeaway from the week, not a lot of people know, but Monday and Tuesday we had all of our chapter owners for a little retreat out at Pine Lakes. So we had a couple days of meetings, and we talked about, we certainly grew fast, over 5,000 members in just 3 years, and we've grown more year over year every year. And, it was interesting to see the culture that we've created, right? We got there by listening to our players. We've got there by being willing to try new things, and we've gotten there by being willing to do little things that others wouldn't do. That's kind of been the mantra. We're not getting to a spot where we think we're going to be fat and happy. We're hungry to continue to grow. We're hungry to continue to innovate. And, the thing that it excites me, Jody, I know you had to head back home a day early to deal with some stuff, but, it's not just a culture of what we're talking about anymore. It's a culture that bleeds through all of our chapter owners. And, the future is going to be exciting for the APT. And so, we're continuing to learn and continuing to grow and continue to mold this into, the best tour in the country. And we're committed to it. So let's go.
Yeah, look, I think running this tour and growing this business is a lot like your golf game. I mean, we have some days where we go out and we're on point and we're doing everything exactly right, and then we have some days where we couldn't put it in a 50-gallon drum. And so, what we do though is we learn each and every time we go out there. This being our third North American Championship and the largest one that we've had so far. We made some really good decisions and had some really good things happen. And then, I don't think anybody on this call would say that we batted 1,000. We probably missed a couple of things along the way that we could have certainly done better. And the only thing that we can do as an organization is promise to continue to self-evaluate and work on those things and continue to try to improve the player experience each and every time we roll out. And so that's the one thing I feel pretty confident that all of our members are comfortable with is that we are committed to making sure that this thing just keeps getting bigger and better and better and bigger and so on and so forth. So for that's the biggest takeaway I come out of North American Championship is, hey, we did 530 plus players and nobody died. So let's keep going and keep growing and get it bigger and bigger. It's going to be great.
I was going to say there was a point in Saturday night at about 11:30 that I thought Phil and one of us was going to either kill each other or ourselves or someone else. Like, it's so funny. The things, and I'm curious what your perspective is, but my perspective of being in the weeds now for 3 years, what I thought we'd be dealing with at this time is not what we're dealing with at all. It's so funny. Everybody's like, oh, I can run a national tour. Like, and I'm just like, just be careful what you ask for.
Look, I think some of the things that we thought was going to be the hardest thing about starting this ended up being the easiest things, and vice versa. Some of the things that we thought would be really easy to deal with have turned out being the most difficult things to come up with a solid resolution for that's broadly accepted. So it's just like anything else. So the only way to know what you're going to be in for is to pull your hair back, jump in there and do it. So that's what we've been doing for 3 years for 60, 70 hours a week. So that's why Matt's turning gray and I'm losing my hair.
Yeah, I'm still yawning. Like it was so funny. So we took our team to trivia in Myrtle Beach. I think that's a thing. I will say it's Phil's thing, and we didn't have any of the three of you, so I can't blame you for it. But we finished DFL in trivia on Tuesday night, and I fully attribute it to that we had zero brain power left. Like I'd be middle conversation with Allie, and she's like, I would just stop talking, and she's like, Matt, what's wrong? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm done. Just 2 weeks of 20-hour days is a lot, but it was really rewarding. I'll say this, to see some great performances down the stretch, to see the look of joy on people's faces. Just a couple highlights, when Beth making the cut in Division II for the first time was really cool.
Oh my gosh, she was so excited.
Yeah, so I mean, she literally came in, hugged me, and I was like off the ground. And, we were, but it was so funny because we had met when I was down early, and she was like, I just don't know if I can compete at Division II, and I was like, I really think you can. You just got to hang in there, like. And Beth's a great athlete, right? From her past experience. I'm like, you can hang. And then so day one, she's like, I lost it down the stretch, but I was right there all day. And then day two, when she needed it to make the cut, that was her goal. And she just blew through that, and it wasn't even close. And it was awesome to see, some of the near misses. I think a lot about that third shot that Derek hit on 18 from up by us, trying to get that up and down from
so good.
An impossible
Such a good shot.
And then, obviously the putt doesn't go in. the look on Mongler's face when he hadn't looked at the leaderboard all day and realized that he had won,
He
which
had no idea.
he had zero idea. I mean, literally no clue. Hadn't looked at the leaderboard all day, which, by the way, if you're wanting to learn how to win in a golf tournament for the first time, stop looking at the leaderboard. There's the free advice of the day. Leaderboards will kill you. I can't tell you how many times. Actually, I can. It was 3 times. I played in the State Am 4 times in my career. 3 times within the first 9 holes, I was in the top 2 and started enjoying seeing my name scrolling on the Jumbotron, and I missed the cut all 4 years. So, you know what I mean? That'll kill you if you're wanting to find a way to get better real quick. Do resist the urge to look at the live leaderboard. Don't look at it. It will
Absolutely.
And just seeing the joy on people's faces. Brockmeyer bothering me when we were in the war room. Hey, did I get enough points to be D5 Senior Player of the Year? And to see the look on his face when he'd finally accomplished what he had set out to do, it was really rewarding. I want to say a special thanks to our presenting sponsor, Global Golf, who obviously sponsored the National Player of the Year. Did a $50 credit for our members this year. We're looking forward to expanding that partnership with them. Turtleson, 2 Under, Blue Tees, Avis and Budget. I mean, we've just been really fortunate to establish some really great relationships over the years so far. It's just crazy. We're 3 years into this experiment, Jody.
Yeah, and the partnerships and the team around us continues to grow. The relationships that we've built are getting stronger and stronger year by year. You talked about some of the shots that were hit and some of the reactions. Me personally would like to say thank you to everybody, that members, staff, everybody that worked, that was so nice and kind to Tyler T-Money all week. Y'all, he could not shut up on the plane ride home about how much fun he had. Thank you all for making him welcome. But I want to give a shout out to a very special group, two special groups. Nathan Frazier mentioned something in the comments about the superintendents and staff. This was a tough week for us, no doubt. But no matter what the weather was doing, those guys were out there 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, lights on, getting everything ready to go, getting the courses in as good a shape as they possibly could under the conditions. And can't say enough about the staff at all the golf courses that we worked with, both in the shop and outside the shop. Just a phenomenal week. Absolutely zero issues or confrontations or stress for us, which is priceless. We have enough issues going on with trying to run the tournament and dealing with players and all the issues that go on with a tournament this size, not to have to deal with run-ins with course staff or cart staff or anything like that is exceptional. But the second group that really needs to be recognized and acknowledged for the work that they did is our group of ladies that helped us with Allie and the staff that was running check-in, that had the store open and running every day, helping us with check-in at the different golf courses. We couldn't have done it without them. The man hours and time that they put into it was irreplaceable. So absolutely want to thank them for everything that they did to help the players have a great experience all week.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, honestly, by Sunday, Phil and I went to the war room, and Allie and Ashley Smith and Sherry and Tammy Ryan and Mary Harbin, and there's just so many people there that just were like, "Hey, we got this. Go do what you need to do. Go dig your head in a spreadsheet, Matt and Phil, and try to figure it out. And don't come out until you do." Which took a little bit of time because a lot of people maxed out, which was really cool to see. I think over 20 people walked away with over $1,000 for the weekend, so that was fun. The founders group, I can't say enough good things about. Matt was supposed to be off. Matt Daly, who runs founders group, supposed to be off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. He was around at a golf course each day checking on us, shooting me a text every 5 or 6 hours just to see if there's anything that he could do. You just don't get that customer service everywhere you go across the country, and it just top notch, and we're blessed to work with so many facilities that treat us well like that. But what stuck out to me is I literally showed up early in the morning. Phil goes out to set tees, and I walk in to say hi to the assistant pro, and the superintendent's waiting for me with a big smile on his face. Says, "Hey, I went out and dotted all your hole locations." He goes, "I love them. What else can we do to make sure the day's good?" Asking about drop zones, anything you can do to make sure the golf course was great, just above and beyond what we could even ask for, and it was really fun to work with them, and certainly excited to work with them next year as well. As we roll this thing back, and Jeff, Myrtle Beach.
Absolutely. I mean, I can't, that's one thing about us being down here year round is it's still a thrill to have all of these players in town playing these courses. It really is. And you keep mentioning Matt Daly with Founders. I mean, I can't commend him enough, because not only is he excellent to deal with at the North American Championship, he's excellent to deal with all year round. And we're so pleased with the relationship that we have with Founders, and the trust that we put in those guys. And it's every golf course that they run. We have a good relationship with the pros. We have a good relationship with the cart staff, and it's just a pleasure to be a part of this organization.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got some great new course ideas. Not ready to even tease anything yet to you by any stretch of the imagination, but
Phil's shaking his head. No.
Like, don't do anything. But no, we had some great conversations with some new golf courses that are great tournament courses in Myrtle Beach, and I was like, that would be a good thing for year 2. And they were feeling us out a little bit this year, just as we were feeling them out. And but everything went well. So, Jody, you petting Arnie or Jack there?
This is Jack. Arnie's laying down out in the living room.
So, well, welcome Jack to the Facebook Live for sure. So, anyways, we should jump right in. What do you think? Chris, do we need to take a break yet? Is that what you're telling me? Chris says, yes, we need to take a break. So we're going to talk 2024 schedule. We'll talk a little bit more about the next North American Championship too, but we'll do it after a break. From Chris, it's your choice.
Two under. Quality fabrics. No roll waistband. Joey pouch. Elevate and separate. No chafing. What more could you ask for?
Elevate and separate. We do need to very, very quickly, maybe not very quickly, wish a very special happy birthday to a very special friend of the APT, the most important man in golf below the waist, Mr. Jack Curry. He was like, "Man, I'm sorry, Matt, I can't be on the live tonight." He goes, "It's my birthday and my wife's taking me to dinner, so I'll be on next week." And I was like, "Do not put me in Joanne's bad graces.
Nope.
Your birthday, buddy." So I would sing to you, but that's probably not going to happen. So happy birthday, Jack. We love you. Also, stay tuned. There's going to be a new code. APT 20 is expiring. There'll be a new code. So somebody shared it to the interwebs, so we need a new code now. There'll be one coming out next week, so you can continue to get your great discounts on 2 under products. And we should say the 2 under par 3 challenge results will be published tomorrow. Got all the recaps and stuff coming out. We've got hundreds of people earning prizes in the 2 under challenge. So we're going through and making sure that we're not making – it would be really sad. And the irony of it is, if the reason you weren't an amateur anymore because we gave you too much from 2 under and you went over $1,000, you're like, it was just underwear, man, and the USJ still wouldn't buy it. So we've got to make sure all of that's good. But then we'll have that out. So having some fun with that. A few technology hiccups, Phil, that we've been able to work through. And we'll have that out to y'all tomorrow. So,
hey, can we give while we're still giving shout outs, can we give a shout out to Frickin' Frack, who drove the trailer from to and from the beach? Chris and Mark.
Yeah, absolutely.
The dynamic duo.
The dynamic duo. So he started complaining a little bit about me flying back. I was like, Chris, we wouldn't have fit anyway. And he goes, you're right.
It's true.
So, but those guys, they made it to Knoxville last night and stayed at a place. They were making fun of Mark because the bartender had reading glasses on the bar for people to be able to read the menu. So it's one of those type of places. And then they rolled into town about 4 or 5 o'clock today. So everything made it. So it was good. It was a good couple weeks. But,
Well, shout out to Smokey and the Bandit. They were eastbound and down.
so nobody pulled us over and made us unpack the trailer or anything like that. So that was good.
It's good.
Fantastic.
So it was questionable at one point, but anyways, everybody wants to know about the 2024 schedule. We have released it to people that were at the North American Championship, so we'll share the full schedule at this point. I'm wondering if I can I can add, so I'll type these out as we go. So first event coming up, which we've announced, it is starting to fill up quickly. Going to be one of the better events of the year. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to do this.
New venue.
The Mississippi Open at Dancing Rabbit, the Azaleas and the Oaks course. If you've been trying to book hotels with them and having trouble, we finally have everything fixed. So that is great. So great room rates, $89 at the Golden Moon, $99 at the Dancing Rabbit Inn. So great room rates. Tournaments under $300. Casino golf course, November 4th and 5th. There's college sports to bet on. I mean, what more could you ask for?
Jerry Pate design golf courses. Just in case you were wondering.
I wasn't, but I think you would probably know that. So
Now you know.
I appreciate that. Anything else you can share? You've played Dancing Rabbit, right?
Many times. I think it's probably like Bandon. You can have people, two different people give you multiple reasons why one course is better than the other. And it's just going to be a personal preference thing. I think the Azaleas is probably a little bit more difficult tee to green. And then the Oaks course is going to be more challenging, I think, on and around the greens. So it's just a matter of what what weakness you have in your game. One of the two courses is going to challenge that. So it's a good golf course or a good facility for us to have a 2-day major at, because the two golf courses are different enough that it's a true champion will come out on the end. No, definitely. Well, and registration's open for that. We've got about 50 spots left, I think, somewhere in there. So you want to act on that quick, because it is a firm number. So once we get there and sold out, we will be done. Next one's already open, and then we'll start working through. But for the next one, Jeff, I need my theme music. So where are we going in December?
Myrtle Beach, Myrtle Beach, Myrtle Beach.
You knew I'd find a way to work that in. The Myrtle Beach Holiday Classic, Caledonia and True Blue. Speaking of two great golf courses to test different parts of your game. There's one of them right there. So that'll be really good. Limit of 120 players. This one's going to sell out quick. Perfect time to be down at the beach in early December. Hotels are cheap. The golf courses are perfect. They overseed fairways, and so just all the fairways are just framed out super nice. Honestly, the weather in early December is going to be better than what we had for the first 2 days of the championship. So
This is true.
out to the beach, man. Like, holy cow. But if you don't know what Myrtle Beach is, we're not going to help you. So, but it would be something to put on YouTube. So, but
Again,
this is a family show.
Again, Mark Strantz design golf courses. Or I'm sorry, Mike Strantz design golf courses. If you've played Tobacco Road, this is not a Tobacco Road facility. Both of these golf courses are very playable, not near as tricky or tricked up as Tobacco Road. So if you hear the name Mike Strantz and you have that in your head, that is not the same thing. And again, just like we talked about with Dancing Rabbit, you have two really different type of golf courses. True Blue tends to be a bit bigger, brawnier, maybe a little wider off the tee. And then Caledonia is on a smaller piece of property, a little tighter fit. So you kind of have to golf your ball and be strategic around that place. But, both of them have, both of them have a really good look, a unique look that will, I think, impress you if you've never seen it before. Talk to some people that have been down there and played this event or played that facility, and I venture to guess you're going to get a lot of really positive feedback.
I mean, both are clearly in the top 100. I was actually talking about this, playing around with Daly last week, how much we both enjoy Caledonia True Blue. Just really good golf holes. True Blue is a wide open property, and so you see that in the design. Caledonia is like designed within a city block. So, it's much tighter, and just a fun test of golf. So, yeah, it's going to be a good time. So registration's open for those. That is starting to fill up quickly. We will not go over 120 players there, so make sure to get in on that. Next up, registration's also open. The Disney season kickoff. Disney's Palm Golf Course in Orlando. Great time, 17th and 18th. We will have a Friday event there. Then leading into January 20th and 21st is the Mystic Dunes Classic at Mystic Dunes Golf Club in Orlando, Florida. Fegley, you ever play down there?
Have not. We chatted about this one. I'll probably be visiting it in late November.
Yeah, complete regrass opens in like a week. So I grew up playing there. Going with my dad, we'd stay. That was always our quick go get a couple days away, get away. Really fun golf course, Gary Koch design. Really fun layout, lots going on the greens. Just needed honestly a regrass was going to be perfect for it when it comes out, and it's going to be really, really good. So when Hilton acquired Diamond Resorts a couple years ago, the owner of Hilton came and played it and loved the golf course, but just thought it wasn't in good enough shape. So he decided to rip it up and redo all of it. So it's going to be awesome when it comes out. We're going to be one of the first events on it. It's going to be a blast. So Fegley, I'm going to let you talk about the next one being from California. That's February 17th and 18th. Rams Hill. I know you played that one because I was with you.
Yes. So Rams Hill is in Borrego Springs, which is you have two airport options. You got Palm Springs or San Diego. As we joked about last time on the call, if you take the Palm Springs route, we just suggest you drive on the speed limit. Anyhow, as far as the golf course goes, though, great golf course, really solid desert golf. It's a venue, as the pricing comes out for that, the stay and play option is going to be your option that you're going to want to choose. It will be, I'm sure we'll do some card playing or other activities in the evenings between the two events. And just have a good time hanging out and enjoying all the golf stories from that. As far as the course is concerned, man, it was just a lot of fun. It's got some challenging holes, as we all do. It's got some good risk reward. We talked about it last time, and I was remembering the downhill par 5. It's one of my more favorite holes as far as risk reward goes. But it's going to be a really solid venue. Going to be a great time. You've got 80 for that one?
80 spots. So yeah, it's going to be limited there, which will be really good.
Yep.
Make it fun.
Yep. I do know some of my guys are looking forward to when the registration goes live. So
it will be going live very soon, my friend.
All right. Fair enough.
Trying to.
So again, it's going to be a great time, perfect time of year. We're in February in the Inland Empire, Palm Springs area is going to be weather's going to be solid. So
President's
Good
Day
time.
weekend, so you get an extra day to fly back.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the next one's also a stay and play, but you're going to want to stay and play because there's not a lot out there. It's the return of the Lone Star Shootout to Texas. Now we're into announcing new ones. Horseshoe Bay Golf Resort, just outside of Austin. So not a lot of places to stay. We've got a great room block there. Registration will get open for that October 1st. Definitely make plans to be down there for that event. Going to be a great time. It's always a great time to be in Texas in early March, right, Jody?
Oh, look, I'm looking forward to getting back down there. I hated that we didn't go back to San Antonio this year. So absolutely excited to have something that's kind of centrally located for our members there in Houston and Dallas, and also we can welcome our new folks up in Oklahoma, Oklahoma City, Tulsa. We'll be looking forward to coming down for that one. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, absolutely. And Horseshoe Bay, I've heard nothing but really, really good things about it. So we're excited to be there. I know all the Texas guys have been bothering Dave and Lisa and saying, hey, are we bringing a major back to Texas? And they've been like tight-lipped the whole time, said, yeah, we're coming back to Texas, but we can't tell you where. And they're like, man, I hope it's Horseshoe Bay. So Horseshoe Bay, we do have a room block we have to fill, so stay on property. But great resort. We've got great rates. It's, right on a lake. It's going to be a great time. You can't beat it. So the Lone Star Shootout in Horseshoe Bay Resort. Jeff, the next one's one you need to go to. Maybe my favorite golf. It's up there in my favorite golf courses. It's definitely my favorite. Begley, stop making fun of me. Here's the category for this next golf course. It's my favorite golf course we play that you never see a commercial about it on TV.
Absolutely.
Is that fair? So who wants to talk about the APT Open Championship coming back to Omni Bedford Springs? Like, should we start that category, Jody? Favorite golf course you've never heard about?
Oh, this would definitely be on the list for sure. I just always chuckle that you have like 30 golf courses in your top 5.
It's been fun for the last couple of years, traveling the country, playing great golf courses. I really only have 5 courses in my top 5 now. I've kind of got past it. This one's still in the conversation for that, though. So, and my top 5's gotten pretty good.
Yeah, no, and look, new dates on this year too. So, excited about it. The property is amazing. If you get a chance to stay on property in the hotel, I highly recommend that. It's what I think it's the largest wooden structure hotel east of the Mississippi or something along those lines. Like really, really cool old school resort style hotel. And look, the property just the golf course itself sits in this valley between 2 mountains with a stream running right down the middle of it. It's old school golf. It's classic golf. We could all show up in +4s and derby caps and fit in just fine on this golf course. It's a early 1900s design, and it stood the test of time, man. It's just probably one of the best set of par 3s I've seen in a long time. It's a riot to play, fun to play. Of course, you always get a little bit more attached to the golf courses you win at. So I won the first one here. So unfortunately did not have my game ready to go this past year, but hopefully get a chance to play again this coming spring.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is the first 2 of the signature majors, which come with qualifying. So we've got some new qualifying requirements we'll be getting out. Some of that had to do with how you finished in this year's North American Championship. For those of you guys that finished well this year's NAC, you'll be pleasantly surprised when you get an invite. Registration will open for this. I want to say we're going to send out invites November 1, probably. Looking at the schedule. We'll get through that. I'll tell you which of the signature. This is one of our 4 signature majors. That it'll come out with invites first and then open to members after that. And this is one that you definitely want to jump on early because it will sell out fast. Great tournament, a great value. The next one, Fegley, you and I probably had some of our best times in our friendship here. This is kind of running it back for us, but it's more referring to our bachelor party scramble and not an APT event, because we used the bachelor party to check this out. This is the spot where Chris hit the shot heard around the APT, and that is the Cinco de Mayo at the Weston Kierland Golf Club. I'm pretty sure the reason he's on the live in the background running things tonight was because he was worried I was going to load the video on the live and just play it for everyone. But I'm serious that we're going to put a plaque out there on the 18th hole to pay homage to that shot. So
we may set Chris up on like the 15th hole and have a beat the hack shot.
I would say we put him out on the 18th hole, let him hit a shot for you. If you hit it better than him, you got a $25 credit. But we would lose way too much money.
You pay $20 before he hits to decide whether or not you want to use his or yours. But if you don't pay, you have to use his shot.
All proceeds go to Folds of Honor. We'd raise $100,000 real fast.
Absolutely.
So for a good cause. He hit some good shots in that round. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, absolutely.
But all kidding aside, we have to talk a little bit more, Fegley and Phil, about the quality of golf course of Kierland. It's a Troon property. It's in the heart of Scottsdale, so it's not your typical desert where it's fairway and then you can't find your ball in the desert. It's got desert, obviously, because we're in Arizona, but it's very playable. Beautiful property, beautiful golf course in great condition all the time. Beautiful hotel with the Westin in the background. It's in perfect location in Scottsdale, and it's Cinco de Mayo. So who doesn't want to be in Phoenix for Cinco de Mayo?
I like tacos.
So, and if you come down for Cinco de Mayo, I will take you to literally the best taco spot I've ever been to in my entire life.
I'm down. I'm ready.
And if Tez was watching in the comments, he'd be talking about it, but I don't remember the name, but I know where it is.
Right.
It's in Old Town, which is very close to Kierland. So it'll be a good time. Coming up, this is the next major is the first one we're going to open registration for October 1st for invitations, October 15th for everybody. And this is another run back, 54 holes. Stream song.
Again, one of my favorite places, certainly favorite places in continental U.S. Fantastic golf facility. They've done some improvements there. I think the par 3 course that they're building is going to be open next year when we get there. So, it's just if you've never been, again, you got to go one time to go check it out. It's not Florida golf. It's nothing like Florida golf. Somebody put a comment in the chat about True Blue being Golf on the Moon. No, Stream Song is playing Golf on the Moon.
Absolutely.
You can hit it literally anywhere and not lose a golf ball unless you hit it in an alligator. Right. If you hit it in Lagoon, that's something different. But
don't hit it in a tripod.
You hit it off. You can hit it off the planet, and you can go find it in the sandy area somewhere and hit it again. So, just a really cool place. Walking facility, caddies available, all that, which is always fun to do. Again, 3 entirely different golf courses. Black is I think Gil Hance was on Quaaludes when he designed that golf course. Red is one of my favorites. Of course, I'm a Core Crenshaw guy, and I love that golf course. It's a real shot maker's golf course. And then blue, man, you can have so much fun on blue. That's a dope design, and the greens. It's all about the greens there. Literally, the fairways are a mile wide, but the greens have got so much undulation and movement on them, and you can really shoot a number there. It's fun, super fun.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of blue. Sorry, go ahead, Fegley.
No, it's okay. Just to confirm, the chain is opening in December. So
there you go.
Maybe we'll have to throw together an unofficial one club challenge or something. I don't know.
The chain designed by Core Crenshaw.
Yep.
13 holes or 14 holes?
Yeah, I don't
Something
exactly
odd
know,
like
but it
that.
is
Par three. I think the
odd number.
longest shot's maybe like 170 yards, 175 yards, something like that.
Yep.
Right next to the hotel, so you don't have to take the shuttle to go play it. You
Right.
know, walk around with a few clubs and a putter in your hand and a beer in the other. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we got to talk logic accommodations there as well. And that's where really your big savings for the tournament come in. The rooms we get sell anywhere between, $350 to $600 a night on average while we're there. Actually, I don't even think 350. I think that's low. It's like $400 to $600 a night. We're getting it for half that, which is great. The resort is everything you'd want in a golf resort to come. Shuttles to take you everywhere. Great restaurants on property. Just know when you come, you're not leaving. So
I agree with Chris Hughey.
what do you say?
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. But yeah, so invites will be sent out October 1st. So those of you guys that are on the invite list, if you want to make sure you get your invite, you may want to renew your membership before then. Although I'll tell you, our membership numbers for 2024, Jody, I ran them year over last year, and it's stupid at this point. So that's good.
Well, we must be doing something right.
So that we hope so anyway. We're trying. Coming back, major APT Public Links, rolling back, birthplace of the APT, Annbriar Golf Course. I actually talked to Kevin the other day. He was talking about, you remember when you decided to do this, sitting in my office, and I told you just needed to do it? He goes, did you ever think it would be like this? And I looked at him and said, did you ever think it would be like this? And he goes, well, yeah. And I was like, this quick? And he goes, oh, no, man, I thought that was 15 years down the road.
Well, I'm gonna take one exception. I think Annbriar may be the place of conception, the APT, but the birthplace was the lobby of the Peabody in Memphis.
Everybody.
Depends on which iteration you're talking about. We were talking about that last week before you got on. Chris was actually it was on the live. We were talking on the owners retreat, and Chris was talking about, I've been with the APT for this is gonna be my 5th season, and I kind of called him out because I was like, you didn't talk about watching the Ducks at the Peabody while Jody and I were dreaming up this thing.
Right.
So,
That's right. During COVID, when the place was a ghost town.
yeah. So one of my original members, man, Colin Kosakowski, had moved to Dallas, coming back to St. Louis, and looking forward to coming back and playing Annbriar. So that'll be fun. But Annbriar is a great spot. Everybody loves it. Pretty open front nine. Back nine's got a lot of character to it. Just hosted a U.S. floorball qualifier a couple weeks ago. It's been hosting some Division I tournaments. Course just gets better every year. They're working really hard on it. So it's a great spot to be at. So looking forward to that. Phil, you get to introduce the next one. It's in your neck of the woods.
Oh, that means we're going back up to Sequoia, I assume.
Absolutely.
There it is. Yep. The Summer Stableford Shootout up Sequoia up in Whittier, North Carolina. Right next to the Harris Cherokee Resort and Casino up there as well. Again, beautiful 18-hole golf course in the mountains. A lot of fun shots, a lot of risk-reward shots that you can play. We had a great turnout last year, and again, it sold out really quick last year. We had a lot of participation from the Carolinas, and so if you're around the country and you want to play a nice mountain golf course, this is the one you want to play.
Yeah, honestly, like leading up to it, everybody's like, you should go to Sequoia. You should go to Sequoia. And, this year I was like, I finally put it on the schedule. And I remember going up in the practice round, you play like, what is it, the first hole and then the second hole, and then you drive up the hill to 3T. And I get up to the top of 3T and I'm like, I get it. Absolutely perfect place to play golf. So much fun. But up there, you'll hit 3-iron, 560 yards. I feel like sometimes it's you got to think your way around. That golf course is a lot shorter, plays a lot shorter than you would think. But so much fun, such a good spot. And
casino there in Cherokee too, so lots to do off the golf course. You bring the family, they can go hang out in the Smoky Mountain National Park, drive over the mountain to Gatlinburg if they want to. All sorts of stuff to do. Great summer trip for anybody that wants an excuse to get out of the house and go to the mountains.
Yep. And one very interesting thing that a couple of my guys from Northern California came out. They actually flew into Atlanta because it was only about a 2.5, 3 hour drive. So those of you looking at airfare, Atlanta's not a bad choice. So if you do want to make the long trip, it's worth it. We had a blast. It's a lot of fun. And yes, Wayne, we do enjoy the game of craps as long as you're not rolling any golf carts again.
Yeah. So after that, third signature major of the year, Independence Open, back at the place Tiger built, Paynes Valley, and honestly, by popular demand, and one of my favorite golf courses on our schedule, Ozarks National. Since you said Core Crenshaw guy, I'm a huge fan of Ozarks National. I think it's one of the best designed golf courses we play for sure. A lot of fun.
I stuck around an extra day just so I could play that after the tournament. Really, really fun golf course. And a genius design, the way he built a mountain golf course that is really relatively flat and very, very walkable. I mean, the use of the finger ridges going out to route the golf course, or where it would go out the finger ridge and come back, where you're not having to go up and down and play billy goat golf. It's fantastic. Really, really good golf course. High shot values, great views. And again, another tournament where we're going to a place that has two completely different types of golf courses for each round. And so all aspects of the game is going to be challenged. It's going to be great.
Yeah, absolutely. And room rates went down significantly there. So got rooms at the Anglers Lodge, which will be awesome. You want to book those early because if you want to play practice rounds and actually be able to get a tee time, you want to stay on property. So we got a few extra rooms this year. They dropped our room rates significantly. It's going to be a great weekend there. The weekend after the 4th of July on the 6th and 7th. So we're pretty excited about that. So 2 more to go. We'll take a couple quick questions and we'll have to roll. It's already 8 o'clock. I cannot believe it's already been an hour. But signature major, new venue, one that we're really excited about. Limited field. Invites will go out. I don't know when yet. Probably December 1st. We'll see. But Midwest Open, French Lick, the Ross and the Die, French Lick, Indiana. So we've got some rooms here too. Granted, if you've been to French Lick, Indiana, you want to stay at the casino anyway.
Another casino golf course. There seems to be a trend here.
Right. Well, it's what happens when we let Phil do the schedule. So.
Well, look, both of these golf courses are outstanding. The Die course gets all the love in the magazines just because it's a looker. I mean, it's very photogenic, and when she gets dressed up, boy, she turns some heads. But the Ross course, that's the one you want to put a ring on. That is a fantastic golf course from start to finish. Both these facilities are great. Again, another place that if you haven't been to before, use this opportunity. Take this excuse to take the trip to Indiana and go play it. It's fantastic. And you can always drop by and throw rocks at Larry Bird's house if you want to.
And, we play it just a few weeks before the Corn Ferry Tour finals, so it'll be absolutely mint. Space is limited, 100 players only.
It's going to be great.
So much fun. We got Steve Daniels in the chat tonight. I love it.
That's right.
My guy.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Man.
So, and then the last major of the year, the Southern Brawl, back at Bears Best. Golf course will be perfect mid-August. They aerate the 19th and 20th. So we're getting it right before they'll be able to get those greens moving really good for us. Great, really good Jack Nicklaus golf course. I'm not typically a Nicklaus fan, but I really enjoyed this golf course. Some par threes that test every aspect of your game. Was it 6 and 11? Is that right? Somebody help me.
That's right.
6 is
Yeah.
no.
Over the water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
to a green that's like feels like the depth of Augusta number 12, except you're
Right.
from 170 yards instead of 150.
And if you go long, you're on the side of a hill that you're literally standing on your head trying to hit the ball.
Yeah, to a green that slopes away from you that goes straight into the water. What a
Yeah.
great golf course, though.
It's great golf design.
I did such a good job. Such a good job of selling that golf course. But anyways,
Now, and the good news is that this time of year we could possibly get the Braves in town. May also get some preseason football. So there's all sorts of possibilities on what could be going on that weekend.
so yeah, it'll be fun for sure. So there's the schedule. Y'all can screenshot it. It'll be up on the website soon. We're getting it going. So I need one more night of sleep. That's all I have to say. Just one more. We're working through it, guys. I promise. But anyways, so
Well, I'll be getting my season started a week from Sunday in Nashville at Greystone right here in my backyard. Hopefully getting my guys ready to go before we come up there and whip the crap out of the St. Louis boys in the Founders Cup.
not so fast.
What? I'm sorry, I was waiting for the.
Not so fast.
How many national champions, 2023 national champions, are you bringing to the Founders Cup?
I don't know, but I am bringing 3 National Player of the Year.
Yeah. Well, what have they done for me lately?
Wow.
Wow.
That's right.
I mean,
I
I have
want
4
I want
Global
all
Golf
the
National
smoke,
Player of the Year on my roster. That's 20% of my roster.
which is going to make you feel even worse when you lose.
Wow.
Holy cow!
I want all that smoke.
That's so hateful. Like,
I might even bring Bo to talk smack to you the whole time.
that's fine. I'm bringing. I already told you. I'm bringing my team on the first tee, match
My
1. Bring
This
your
is my
butt.
hype guy right here.
Get your butt kicked. It's all good. So we don't believe in smack talk on the APT.
Yeah, there's no talking of the smack in Bushwood.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we've never done anything like that. So
Hopefully, y'all enjoyed my Division II trophy update. So, you know,
yeah,
not in my office anymore.
Personally, I did.
Yeah, right.
yeah, I laughed really hard. I was like, Figley has no chance at making the cut now.
Exactly. Just walked into that one.
It happens. Well,
Yep.
Minor put something in on a rules update. So here's what I'll say about rules update. We've had some interesting feedback over the last couple days. We're looking at a couple very interesting options on some things. So
Stay tuned.
so stay tuned on that front. I do think we should talk a little bit about the point system, Begley.
Okay.
You know, that's the big one for people to understand why we're making the change, what we're doing with it. And here's the biggest thing. People would always complain. So we'll talk about 2 things and explain them. Well, let's talk about points tonight because
Points.
everything else is getting tweaked a little bit based on some good feedback. So might have to stay tuned another week because unfortunately for us, we do listen. So we have plans and then we're like, huh, that's a good idea. We should probably go rework that.
Why didn't we think of that?
Yeah.
Right. So, point system. Biggest thing is you get 100% of your points when you move up, and you get 100% of your points when you move down. And how did we accomplish that, Jeff Helms?
I don't believe I remember the word, Matt. It was a word that you said you were never going to say again.
He's not allowed.
Chris says, "Don't say it. Don't say it." Mute his mic, Chris. We'll see
So,
if anybody can read his lips.
Steve Daniels had the best comment about it when we were talking about it at Nationals. He was making fun of me pretty good for it. I was like, I didn't come up with it. I'm just the spokesperson. For the love of God. All I did was say, somebody said, I'm tired of losing points when I get promoted. So I was like, dang it, let's fix that. And then some smart people helped fix it, so it worked out. But anyways, the crux of it is Division I points are worth more than Division II points that are worth more than Division III points, and so on and so forth. For that being said, for those of you that know you can play in a better division, you get rewarded for playing in said better division.
There's more points to be earned.
Yeah, so don't complain when you blow through our flight lock, which we'll talk about next week, and get promoted because you had been playing better before. You have the opportunity to play for more points. So use it. So that's the biggest one. And the second one, Phil, you want to let the cat out of the bag for?
No.
Nope. We're over.
Sorry,
Wait,
I have two screens, and the other screen has something else that's very important to me. So,
he's watching.
Is there a game going on?
oh yes, there is.
Oh,
You know,
Phil, look
we
in the
have to
chat.
save something for next week.
Oh, well, I guess. See, guys, here's what happens. Everybody's like, well, Matt always teases you. No, I want to tell you, and then Phil's like, don't do it.
don't do it.
We're gonna mute your
Like,
mic.
I'm watching my Lions.
That's right. And I'm not going to say anything. Actually, this live can go on for another 2 hours, and I'll just ignore you guys. But the way it's going right now, I'm very happy. We'll just say that.
So David says no more losing 1,500 points upon promotion. I love it. No,
I'm
you
getting
will
ready.
lose 0 points upon promotion from here on forward on the APT.
That
So,
assumes David's
other than
gonna
that,
play-
Minor, there's more stuff, but we need a couple days. We actually spent all day on the phone today talking through it. So we're working through a couple exciting things. But other than that, guys, it's the 2024 season is upon us. Registration is open. Tournaments start next Saturday all across the country. It's never been a better time to be a part of the APT. So I appreciate you guys joining us tonight. We'll be with you guys next Thursday as well.
Yeah.
David wants to know the cost of horseshoe.
To be honest, I do not remember off the top of my head, but it will be posted.
Less than Myrtle and more than the one day at Ambrier.
If I remember right, it's very similar to what TPC was. If I think right, but I'll have to look.
Thank you.
So we'll have it on the website soon. So David, I apologize, buddy. I will shoot you a message when I figure it out. Wasn't prepared for a follow-up question tonight, guys. We just got back from Myrtle, and I'm still exhausted, so I apologize. But Begley,
Holy crow! It's the second quarter. Good grief!
before this gets any more out of hand, Ryder Cup tomorrow. We got 30 seconds. Ryder Cup starts tomorrow. Bill, who you got?
I got to go for the home guys. You know,
We're gonna get trucked. We're gonna get trucked. It's gonna be a boat race. I'm sorry.
It's not looking good.
what time's
Well-
the first time go off or first group go
1
off?
o'clock this morning.
1 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
You stay
Damn.
that and the supermoon. 2 reasons to stay up tonight.
Oh,
we'll all wake up and go, well, another 30 years, well, another 2 years, 4 years before we get the chance to beat them over there. So we'll see.
I mean,
What was it? What was the last
we're
one?
not even
When was that? Was it?
guys. We're not even playing Spieth, Thomas, or Koepka in the first session tomorrow. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know what to say.
I'm gonna be the guy since all 4 of you Europe heads over here.
I said the home team. What the hell?
It's the home team.
Well, again, we're in the U.S., aren't we?
Yeah, but it's
Jesus.
playing in Europe. You should at least just.
Oh
say
well,
Europe.
okay. I meant, geez, come on.
Yeah.
Oh,
I knew-
Here's what I'm gonna say. Here's what's interesting
He's
because the two
Canadian,
best.
so who the hell knows who he's for?
Chris, you better mute me shortly.
All I'm saying, Dad. They call him Dad. The two best players are from Europe, right? But they don't have Garcia or Poulter, which has always broke our hearts. So it's going to be interesting to see who picks up with that. That to me is the dynamic. Team Europe has to gel for the first time in 20 years. So they're facing the same problems we've had. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I'm not entirely sure we are going to get trounced. So we'll see. I'm hopeful, but I don't like the fact that Spieth and Thomas aren't leading us out in the first group. I think that's dumb.
That should tell us something. And look, I mean, he may, with all due respect, and I said with all due respect to our members in Iowa, Zach Johnson doesn't necessarily strike fear in the hearts of the other team. So, nice guy. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
We'll know a lot tomorrow morning. I'll say that.
Yes.
Yep.
So, anyways, we're signing off until next Thursday, 7 o'clock. We'll be back. More stuff as we continue to prepare for the best season yet on the APT. So, have a good time. Watch the Ryder Cup and go USA.
Whoop, whoop.